I knew that I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was a teenager in London, and there were all these amazing, amazing designer clothes that I loved, and Alexander McQueen and John Galliano at the time, these incredible designers, but there wasn't really anything that spoke to my aesthetic specifically. There was nothing that felt very clean, modern, but really felt as though it was someone who was polished and who was going somewhere every day. Sometimes it felt a little bit too frivolous. And I indulge in the fantasy of fashion. I love it. But I just think that there's a flip side to that. And it was also, as I got older, as my business plan started to take shape, it became very important to me that that was an affordable price point as well, because I wanted myself and also my friends who were in a similar situation to myself to be able to go out and shop it. Well, I was very fortunate in that I have an international background. I grew up in the Middle East and spent weekends going to the souks in Bahrain, which I think informed this incredible sense of color and texture, and also allowed me to see that there are women in the world who dress very differently. There was a very traditional element to what I was brought up with that I grew very respectful of. And then I moved to London, and when I was living in London, the designers at the time were, Christopher Kane was just starting out, and Alexander McQueen was at the height of his fame, and it was fascinating to see the creativity that came from London. I lived in Paris for a little time, and that really honed this idea of true elegance and what luxury is. I mean, I don't think that anybody does it better than the French. And in fact, I actually went to business school, and business school definitely prepared me for the idea of what it means to run your own business, because of course you would like to be doing the creative, fun stuff every day, all day, but in fact the majority of your day is spent managing aspects and areas of the business that you never thought that you would manage. So you have to be prepared for that. When I finished business school, I apprenticed with a small designer in the garment district, which was fascinating because they still produced about 90% of their collections domestically. So I learned about domestic production and learned about sourcing fabrics and different vendors. So that gave me a more 360-degree approach, but nothing ever really prepares you for having your own business like actually doing it. So you have to just roll with the punches and know that an overnight success seems like it's overnight, but in fact it's many, many, many years of hard work.